You didn't hit record.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the very first episode of Dudes Watch a Movie podcast. I am the Notorious Ging, and with me, as always, is...
Dead Sprocket.
Basically, on this, we are going to watch a movie of our choosing, one that one of us has seen, or maybe neither one of us has seen, and we are going to basically invite you to watch it with us, giving our initial off-the-cuff reactions. This week on our initial podcast, we are watching Spider-Man 1. And we are hitting play now.
Perfect.
Yeah. Like I've done this before.
Yeah, a couple times.
What year did this movie come out?
Fuck if I know.
Like 2000 probably.
Sounds about right.
How old did you be in
24. 2004.
2004?
Yeah.
No fucking way. No.
No?
No, definitely not. Spider-Man movie. The answer is brought to you by Google. 2002. Right in between.
Oof.
Right. How old were you in 2002?
12. I had to think about that.
Yeah, you remember what year you were born?
No.
See, I think so. That would make me 11. That movie is that old, and honestly, still the best.
Debatable.
No, it's not.
I don't have much to debate against, though.
I
have seen The Amazing Spider-Man, though.
Do you like James, or not James Garfield? Is that his name?
Franco?
No, the new kid, Garfield.
Oh, I mean, he seemed more feasible, I guess. I don't know. He's not as goofy looking as Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire is the perfect Peter Parker. Like,
again, debatable.
Like, that dude just oozes nerd.
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield was his name.
Oh.
And he was way too fucking cool. He's just like...
Because he was a more modern teen who thinks
like,
they're cool.
I'm gonna go skateboard in the ranks. I'm sad. No one likes me, but I've got the best hair all the time.
That's how high schoolers are now.
That's what I'm saying. He would have been the cool kid. He should have been over there doing math and being a fucking nerd.
How do you think James Acheson feels now about the new costume design? Looking back on his...
It's not bad. It's not as good. That's one thing where the new... I really like the new one that was in Civil War.
The eye effects is what really got me.
Yeah, right? It just helps so much. And I actually like the little spider, and then the actual black lines instead of this where it was all the... Everything has that like white metallic outline of the web.
Yeah. I mean... I don't know. I'm still kind of up in the air with the little accents, just because being as I've seen these, I'm more used to that actual suit versus what they have now.
And to clarify, you've seen this one.
Yes.
You have seen the second one.
Vaguely from what I remember.
Okay. And you have never seen the third one.
No, I've never seen the third one.
Which I cannot wait for. Everyone shits on it, but I actually like it.
I want to see where the memes are coming from, you know?
Mm-hmm. Oh, snap. There he is. They lied. I honestly don't remember him kind of sounding this
That's what I'm saying.
stiff.
I don't like him. He's reading his diary to the...
He gets better. I hope. Because it's going to really be disappointing if this shatters all my memories. I've seen this movie a million times. But I'm going to be pretty upset. I think it's just because he was reading it somewhere else.
A little bit.
You know, not actually in the movie at that point.
He's
just
reading
sounds
his
kinda
own
off.
comic.
Right. I'm so
Right.
happy they did not do that. You know how pissed I would be if he was like, and now let's tell a tale. And they open up a comic book and it starts reading
The
that.
Page Master.
Oh shit.
the nerdy girl blocks him off of the seats. That's how much of a loser he is.
That always reminds me of Forrest Gump too. Can't sit here. Seats taken.
I don't remember that.
Fuck off, nerd. See, look. Like, I can see him getting
those
picked up.
glasses weren't fitted right because they fell straight off his face.
Oh, man, quick
Is that
hands.
a hacky sack?
I think so. I'm not sure. I like how, and I guess it's still a problem today, but especially back then, if your character was in high school, he had to at least be 33. Fucking look at Flash over there with his spiked hair and his glasses, and he's like, yeah, I'm totally a high schooler.
Do you ever wonder how colorblind folks see her with the green cardigan and
what
super red hair?
No,
You know, people who are red green colorblind.
is that a thing?
Yeah, you know.
Like just red and green?
Yeah, pretty sure there's the common ones, isn't it? Or is it red and then separate ones green?
I don't know. I know like there's obviously people monochromatic.
Yeah.
It's just black and white, but I know like Jake said it's like green and purple or something, or green and brown for him that he has a hard time differentiating.
I thought it was red green because I remember there's always the complications of like which one's the stop go. You know.
That's just in general with colorblind people too, though.
Well, I always assume there's one that's both because I notice when you change color options in games, it's usually do like a purple and a yellow or something.
When you turn on colorblind assist.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's usually the red and blue, I guess. But maybe it's red blue colorblind. No, pretty sure it's red green. I'm thinking of.
All I know is
I'll Google this later.
my mom worked with someone who was colorblind, and when they would go on business trips to like some states have horizontal, he like just could never drive for him because he didn't feel comfortable because he wouldn't remember, like normally he remembers top one's green, bottom one's red.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's horizontal, he doesn't know if left one's green or if the right one's green. So he's just like, how about you guys drive? You know?
You just get tattooed on his hands instead of right and left.
I also like about this movie that it's far enough in the past and now that their idea of, man, something cool in the future looks super dated. Like in the Garfield ones, which we should definitely also watch. When he goes into the lab, you see all sorts of like cool lighting and glass panes and all super futuristic.
Monitors,
I can't wait to see that.
Holograms and shit.
I can't wait to see what their version of the future is 10 years from now. See if it's going to look this outdated already.
Mm. Aren't they in like a museum?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I thought they were going.
They're at Oscorp.
Right. Look at me paying attention.
Yeah. Well, shit, now you got me questioning, though, because it'd be weird that they'd be at Oscorp, but Norman would have to drop his son off there. So they can't be at Oscorp. They gotta be at somewhere else. Definitely somewhere else.
Is it like the Smithsonian where they keep all sorts of specimens and do science? Maybe I'm thinking of the Field Museum. Smithsonian's museum. Field Museum does animal stuff. It looks like a spider.
It's a defense mechanism. That might be my favorite line of the whole movie. It's a defense mechanism. He's so excited. What a nerd.
I nerd out over space. I mean...
That's true. But you've never said anything to me in that same voice that he just dropped there.
It's a defense mechanism.
He's so excited. And now douchebag Harry's gonna drop the same line.
He's adapting. That's his defense mechanism. He's just not as enthused, though. It's
It's a thing I just heard. Literally. It's weird seeing James Franco not in like a super weird role. Like I feel like I want him to just grow out a small little like greasy mustache and start being like a drug dealer or something.
Specific movie dropping here?
Just kind of all of them.
Yeah.
I like James Franco, but every movie I see him in, he's pretty much the same.
I want to see him in the new Tommy Wiseau movie. Well, not in Friends, the one that they made. I can't remember what it was called, but it's supposed to be based on a book that what's his nuts wrote about the film god Tommy Wiseau.
Oh, this is your chance.
Screw it up.
One thing I definitely like better, though, about the new ones is Emma Stone, much better than Kirsten Dunst.
Fan me. I have a toss-up between it's Emma Stone and April Plaza.
Aubrey
Plaza. I'm thinking
Probably should
April
go with
Ludgate, Aubrey Plaza.
You should probably go with Emma Stone since you know her name.
I was just looking her up the other day because I was looking for some gifts for work because I wanted to get the most annoyed-looking office worker ever that I could post a bunch of stuff about.
I would have gone with Stanley
Stanley?
from The Office.
Oh.
Can you just imagine one with just both those two looking at you?
Child, please. Oh, yesterday, Jeopardy was on when I was at Lucky Bamboo, and one of the questions was, who quoted, "If I had 2 bullets, I'd shoot Toby twice." In a room with Hitler and Toby, and I had 2 bullets, who would I shoot? Answer was, who is Michael Scott?
What a weird question.
Right? To be on Jeopardy, you know?
Right?
It was under the category Funny Men. So it was.
I get it.
Scott.
Oh, were they all just lines from famous funny characters then?
Mm-hmm.
That's still a weird one to pick, though.
Mm-hmm. I thought so, too.
I had to make sure that, they really were a genius and they'd watched every episode of The Office, which I did just realize I'm wearing my Dunder Mifflin shirt.
Oh. Weird how everything just comes together.
Right?
You're going to watch Spider-Man and get a pizza with a Spider-Man box.
It was fate.
Fate. My lack of watching movies was fate.
Yep. A lot of things, That's the best part about fate. You can just kind of make it up whenever it suits you. Fucking.
It's adaptable. It's its defense mechanism.
It's a defense mechanism. I really like Willem Dafoe in these movies, though.
He gets to play his villainous part.
He's so good at it.
Hiding.
I should say, I guess I just like him in every movie, but something about, he's kind of borderline Nick Cage, where I want him to be super crazy. Like, in this one, he realizes he's in a comic book, and he just goes a little too far. He goes a little over the top. It's almost on par with that Nick Cage style performance, and I'd love to see him do that forever.
He's just, people have the resting bitch face. He has the resting insane face. No matter what.
No matter what he's doing, he just looks crazy. He just looks kind of on the edge of going insane.
He's a pencil snap away from shooting up the office. I suppose office shenanigans would be more clicking pens. No one's really snapping pencils.
We also need to, now that we're looking at Ben and May here, take a second to just talk about how weird that in the newest one, Aunt May is like...
a babe?
Yeah, just like some 40-year-old hot babe. 50, actually. Marissa Tomei looking good.
Don't they even comment about that in the movie?
Yeah.
Like,
hot Aunt Wife.
Isn't Stark like...
Yeah, he calls her Hot Aunt Wife.
Yeah.
Hot Aunt Wife. Hot Aunt. Gross. Gross. Your aunt's your wife? I talk to these people daily.
Old people?
Yep. I brought your ad in here. Let's see here. What
I was actually thinking that's just a couple hours ago, or I suppose a lot longer than that. But when you went to O'Reilly's, there was a super old dude that just came up to the desk and goes, "I need like a gasket, cork, or something." Something like rubber. Oh, yeah, that'll work. Puts cork on their car.
Well, he's from a different time.
I guess.
Yeah, we used to just fix our cars with duct tape and spit. And you know what? It probably worked. Anytime I hear something crazy like that, like, oh yeah, we should do this and this, I'm like, oh shit.
You can tell things were a simpler time then too. When I was at the bank, he just gave me his check and didn't say anything. So what are we doing? Just put it in the bank. So we're depositing then? Yeah. Yeah. Well, I need something sort of identification to look you up. Oh, okay. They just assume we know them.
How old was he?
I'm gonna just say about maybe 60s? Late 60s?
Yeah. That's fucking weird. So it's either, like you said, you just figured that everyone's going to know him that works at that bank, or he's literally been going to the bank for 40 years and still has not grasped the main concept of what he's going to do while he's there and the process he has to go through.
Not at all.
I like to think every time
he's doing this forever.
Every time he rolls up, he's just like, so, what are we doing
How
here?
do I do this again? Well, Fred.
Has he done it to you multiple times? Is there like a specific one person that does this? Or after you do it, do you remember them?
It's a general thing. Lots of older people do it. Just specifically today I happened to come across them. It's usually like 4 or 5 times a week. They stand out.
I just feel like that's not an actual, like, a laboratory.
The promochlormeparacine.
Like, it just seems like they went into a parking garage and set up some things and ran some random cables around and was like, yep, that's what it looks like.
So, he's got like this big giant underground layer. So in the process of building this, do you think he was telling the constructors, okay, the construction people, like, hey, I just need a big open clearing with a lot of electrical outlets underground?
Where are you getting the idea that this is a hidden underground layer?
The fact that there's no windows?
I mean, yeah,
I guess it's got shaky walls.
It's a test
never mind.
bunker.
I thought it was more like underground.
No, this is just part of their facility.
No.
They got exit signs back there. I don't think most evil geniuses put exit signs in their layers.
Not usually.
Just don't want to get lost while I'm leaving.
They may forget. They're having a science moment. Eureka! I forgot about all my basics now. What?
I really like the idea that every like evil villain scientist is also very super cautious about hitting all the safety regulations in his hidden layers.
He's an evil genius with morals.
He wants to make sure that all of his grunts have like proper protection.
It's expensive replacing people.
That's
Not only
true.
replacing them, but then what do you do with the bodies? I know
Mhm.
you're evil, but like, do you have those mobster perks where you can have a cleaner come by and figure it out for you?
Well, I assume they just probably burn them. Drown them in acid. Do some other sciencey
Then
thing.
do what with the remains? You can't get rid of what is created.
The real question is, where do they get people that don't know anyone that's like, hey, have you seen like Steve lately? Like, I haven't seen him for a while.
It's a superhero town, man. They
That's
realize
true.
and just forget it immediately.
That's true.
Because crime is a daily thing. We're just taking a glimpse into what may take a week to form.
I'm so happy our New York is not this New York.
Right.
Just walk down the street, see a giant man on a hang glider come by and throw a pumpkin bomb and be like, that's New York for you.
That's terrifying. I'm still going to work, though.
Yeah, I can't afford to miss this paycheck. How often do you think they would, like, they never talk about even shutting the city down when there's just some random lunatic going around with pumpkin bombs? Everyone's still just going about their day like it's normal.
There's no lockdown. There's
Nope.
no state of emergency.
It's just like, oh, let's have another large gathering in the park. Why not? Surely he won't show up.
Oh, it's been a couple days. They got it taken care of. But somehow this man, Spider-Man, I guess, is a thing now in our town. No one's going to question the legitimacy of that.
They do. Jonah does. And here in a bit, they'll address that too. Like, what the town thinks.
It's been that long since I've seen this.
Look at him, all kind of not really jacked. Like before.
They don't want to go over the top. He
That's
still
not
has
bad.
to have
That's
that.
not bad right there, though. Look at that. He's got some of that weird, like, ripping looking thing on his chest
Now,
there.
is all that legit, though?
Probably.
Or is that some
I would guess so. I think he just probably couldn't get
computer
any bulkier.
enhancements?
Plus, like, you know, Spider-Man should be a little bit more lean, I suppose.
We said right at the same time.
It's like you're copying him, blending in.
It's my defense mechanism.
I also thought that was a weird trope in movies. The kid who just stares at his neighbor across
Right.
windows.
How long have they been across from each other?
I feel like they address later that it's been years, and she still hasn't caught on to the fact that they're right across and she never caught him. I also appreciate how, I was about to say back then, movies, a house looked like an actual house.
Yeah. They show multiple rooms instead of just a one-room shot.
Well, it's just like not every house looked like it is from an IKEA catalog.
I gotcha, okay.
Like people look like they actually
It's not modern?
there. Yeah, right?
It looks lived in.
Because everything now has to be modern. But modern in movies is way different from modern in people's houses.
So if they were living next to each other for years and years, how does he not know that they already have an abusive relationship and he's just now surprised about this?
He hears them fight. They talk about it. I think he was more sad than surprised. Tobey Maguire, he's a man of many emotions.
Yeah, creep.
Oh.
They just cut off a bus. You realize that, right? The bus is
true.
barreling down the street and...
It's still barreling. It's barreling again. It's time to go back. You know? Well, hold on. I wasn't happy with that approach.
They forgot a student.
I also like how the cars in this are real.
Affordable cars?
Right? It's like Flash got his cool new car. It's a
It's a
Mustang convertible.
Ooh.
And shit, dark green. Which for granted, or not for granted,
Hunter green.
guaranteed for sure. If someone pulled up in high school in like a
Hunter green
2010 when we were in high school, a long time ago, in a late 2000s Mustang, I'd have been like, dang, that's a nice car.
Woof.
But nowadays, someone in this movie's gonna pull up in like some crazy, like Viper, Corvette or some shit, a multi-$100,000 car.
A Porsche.
There you go. Porsche.
He probably should have had life alert.
Mm.
Then he wouldn't have been on the floor all night after his insanity rush.
I like the set design on this place a lot too. Although you think they're trying to hint anything with all the green in that
I was
room.
about to ask you about that. It's like, there's a lot of green on them walls.
You also notice he's got a lot of masks laying around too.
I
That's
mean,
one thing
he
I always
designed
liked
his
about
own
him.
mask, didn't he?
No, it's part of the. He might have actually.
Because
man,
the guy
say
who was
that.
on the hoverboard had those dumbass sunglasses that go over
Yeah.
the top of your head.
Yeah, I bet you he did. Probably in his off time, I suppose. He's like, well, got pumpkin bombs. Gotta get a mask now.
So he sits around doing concept drawings. Man, what's the coolest looking grenades I could have? Pumpkins.
I always thought that was super cool.
His sweet reflexes.
A little catch and everything. Like, even to this day, I'm still kind of like, not sure how they did that one. Part of me wants to say it's at that time where CGI was a thing, but I'd like to think they were just like, nah, just catch them. Be fucking Spider-Man. That's what we hired you for, Toby.
They did it in reverse, though. They lifted everything off with
They
strings in there.
Also,
That's
it
why
wasn't-
you use Kleenex when you, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Tom just made a jerky off motion there, is what that was.
See, I like how no one's saying a thing. Because who in their high school lunch is that enthralled in conversation that you don't people watch while you talk?
You know, now that you mention that, it's kind of weird to watch this and think that this is all one self-contained movie. Like, this is not currently part of another universe of other movies. So in the confines of this, is there even another superhero that's ever existed? Do they ever mention anyone else? Do they
So
say
he could be like an alien.
right?
Considered an alien.
People would definitely be like, what's going
They'd
on,
be like,
man?
he's a hero. No, they'd be like, why ain't CIA on this shit? And posting up alternative facts and fake news.
That's kind of what Jonah does. I mean, he just kind of tells whatever he wants it to be.
God, I do remember his wheezing laugh. Best part.
There's
Can I
so
get a
many-
raise?
So many good supporting actors in this movie. Like a Willem Dafoe and What's his name? I can never remember his name. Right?
I don't know any actor's name.
That's true. You're no help. You are absolutely no help.
We had April Plaza earlier.
Right. Fucking, you know who I really like? I like that Ryan Remmer was his name?
I don't know.
It was a Ryan Reynolds joke. It's a bad joke. Just let it go. It's bad. Pussy.
Ooh, look at all the gel in that hair.
Yeah. Pop some balloons with that.
He's so cool. Again, no one questions the legitimacy of...
No, wait,
hey.
wait for it. See? They do think it's kind of weird. Just not nearly weird enough.
You're bending backwards to find physics.
Also, that guy, right there, right behind her.
Which one?
The one that was on the left with the curly hair and the glasses?
Yeah.
That guy is still around, and he has not aged at all. He's just gotten larger. Like...
Does he have the Andy Milonakis disease?
Yes. He's got like the... I don't know.
It's a
Okay,
hormone thing,
I don't
is
know
what it
for
is.
sure if he has that, but he still looks super like baby face. He's still got the
How do
like
you
the rosy
know?
patches.
Is he
'Cause
that
I've
famous
seen
of an
him.
actor?
No, but I watch way too much TV and movies and internet stuff.
Like, I would never have thought twice about that. I would have seen him normally and not thought he was in Spider-Man. Unless
Well,
he
you know,
pointed it
I'm
out
on the
directly.
spectrum. I can't be good at remembering numbers and prices and stuff like that, but I can like that one guy from that one thing that I saw that one time. I know you.
I'm better with faces, just not with names. I can tell you where I've seen him, vaguely.
Yep.
You'll figure it out.
This was super cool as a kid too. I was like, oh shit,
Right.
this guy is Spider-Man. And
So his grippies are on his fingertips, though, right?
Mhm.
Where is he getting his grippies on his tennis shoes on the
Just
wall?
don't even think about it. He's so strong, okay, that he grips the wall and sucks himself in. He's doing all of that with his arms.
I guess as a spider, all your muscle groups are connected. Because spiders have muscles. False.
Do they not?
No, pretty sure they don't.
How would it move if it didn't have muscles?
Contractions of the exoskeleton.
Yeah, but what's going to move the exoskeleton?
Electrical signals.
But what's physically going to move the mass?
Tendons.
But what's going to move the tendons?
The legs.
Although now that you mention it, the tendons might be enough to make that contract. I don't know. We'll have to look that one up. Add that to the list.
I'm not a the bug people-ologist.
Is that the scientific word? Bug people.
Look it up. Yeah, totally.
I'll check it out. I really hope they don't. I really hope they don't go through this all in the new one. Homecoming when it hits.
Oh.
Seeing as they've already set him up.
I mean, he
in the
already is
universe.
using all this stuff.
That's what I'm saying, but I just cannot tell you how much I don't want them to do a flashback of him, like, retelling all this. And now that Marvel has it, I'm sure they won't.
Well, the thing is like the web is manufactured though, so this does not. Oh, you're talking about his first experience with
Yeah,
using
like-
it? Oh, okay.
And, like, when he
I thought
first
you meant,
got
like-
his powers and everything.
Gotcha. I mean, I think they probably will vaguely, but not as much as this. It's been a retelling that's been told too much.
Right? More green.
But why?
Because it's a Green Goblin.
But what does everything have to?
I don't know, there's probably a meaning, but I'm not smart enough to figure it out. I also find it weird that it calls him Michelangelo.
Right.
I assume it's because he was supposed to paint, Michelangelo's an artist, but it just kind of comes out of nowhere.
I don't know. That's a bit far fetched.
Right? And now that I think about it, wasn't Oh no, Michelangelo was a painter. Wasn't
Yeah.
he? 'Cause he did Sistine Chapel.
Yep.
Because I was thinking about David, and it's like, that's a sculpture.
It is. There's actually a.
Garage is green too.
There's a figure you can buy online that's Michelangelo, or not Michelangelo, David, the statue of David. And you can pose him in different poses. The thing is he's got everything. I just don't know if he has the junk or the broken off, or if it's a leaf. I don't know.
Oh. Because the real one's broken off, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, she looks super, super 2000s.
That midriff shirt.
Right. You know what she's missing is the good old Avril Lavigne necktie. That'd be the capper.
Is she wearing any sweatbands under those wrists?
Probably. No, so I like how he's about to work his way through college when he looks like he's probably about to graduate college.
Right?
Tobey Maguire, your average 24-year-old high school senior.
I don't know why it just clicked with me, but that makes sense. They're supposed to be in high school, and I'm like, yeah, this looks like college age. And, when I'm at Jimmy John's, I work around kids that are in high school and clearly much younger.
Yeah, they look like they're 13.
It's sad.
Even so. Have I ever told you that I've seen this movie a lot? To the point where I know even stupid parts of it. Stupid quotes.
I mean, this is a stretch. He's talking to a woman, right? And he's like, well, Batman had that moment you and Luke laughed so hard at.
Oh.
Well? Or does he say, all right?
No, he says, well.
Well.
It's in Batman Forever, and she's making the moves on him. And there's just a real long, awkward pause after either he turns her down or she spills her heart to him. And he just kind of looks at her, just goes, well. That was his whole retort.
So
Just
now
imagine.
Now he's having his moment. Well, even so.
Even so. It must be part of the... Oh shit, now he's got... What is that? It looks like a cruiser. The well must be a solid move in the superhero handbook. Page 34. Well.
I mean, the car might look good, but that paint job's pretty blah. Gray. Silver.
I'm kind of curious as to what kind of car that really is. It doesn't look like an actual PT Cruiser.
I think it's a cruiser, though.
Right?
Because that was popular at the time.
Right?
Because I remember, like, I told
They
you the
probably
story. I
had
went to
super sporty
Colorado, and they
versions.
were, like, everywhere. But you found them a lot of times in purple or yellow.
It's a car that I'm glad didn't catch on.
Right? Alfa
Although,
Romero.
that's another thing you'll notice. So, Sam Raimi puts the same car in every single movie he's ever made. And it's Uncle Ben's car in this movie. But, like, when he's looking at the cool cars to get in the sheets there, they're all, like, cars from the 60s and 70s.
Huh.
So it's a really weird, like, time frame for the movie. Because the style of the way everyone dresses and the kids and stuff, you'd think would be like 2002 when the movie came out.
I mean, who's looking in the want ads? It's probably going to be a lot of the older stuff, like the used car places.
I don't know, it's just weird. There's like a juxtaposition between what was the current time.
Yeah, no, that makes sense, though. Why would they be selling those old cars at that period of time?
But I think they did that on purpose. Like, there's a whole feeling I get throughout the movie where it's like the mix of 2002 and the 60s, like when Spider-Man was made, and that style of Peter Parker is why I think he's the best, because he reminds me of that comic book version.
I suppose I see what you're saying.
And like some of the, I don't know if it's just because of its age that it seems cheesy now, but it almost seems like it might have potentially tried to be like 60s cheesy.
I mean, you got the old looking house.
Yeah, and Sam Raimi's always kind of been known for being a bit tongue-in-cheek. Like, I don't know, have you seen the Evil Dead series at all?
No.
So that one is super tongue-in-cheek. You saw the remake, which has nothing to do with him. Not him anyways, the way he would make it. But Drag Me to Hell or things like that here are really like satirical and kind of parody style a little bit. Camp, I should say. That'd be it. Camp.
Campy.
Yeah. So I think he actually purposely did some of that in here.
Isn't it kitsch? No. The alternate, or the maybe I'm thinking in art. What's something that's kitschy? Or, I mean, campy.
Campy, yeah. Campy's where it's just kind of cheesy.
I have to remember that. It was in my ISU class, my art history class.
I really like Uncle Ben in this movie. He seems like an actual, like, super nice uncle.
Right.
I
Although in my mind, my uncle though is super young. I think he's like super old.
Right, he's almost more like Grandpa.
Yeah.
But this car they're in is the one Sam Raimi's put in every single movie.
Shirk your chores. It's an old-timey word.
It's another thing that old people in movies now don't look like old people either.
Mm-mm.
So high schoolers have finally started looking like high schoolers because they're getting all these like 19-year-old, 20-year-old like age group kids, but everyone looks 13 now. But now old people all look like, oh man, he's so old. He's like 45. It's like you're supposed to be playing the grandpa.
Man, grandpa.
Right? Like, actors have stopped aging. This is the cutoff of when you could be an actual old-looking person in a movie.
Right. It's because they're not appealing.
Yeah, I guess.
Or maybe old actors are just hard to find. Unless they're huge, like Sean Connery or something.
Who, at that point, doesn't want to make movies ever again.
Right.
But, like, think about how old Johnny Depp is. He's in his 50s, I swear. Doesn't look it.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt, he's almost 50. Doesn't really look it.
I guess you're right. He's getting more gray, though.
That's true, but...
I've seen that one skit.
Yeah. On Colbert.
Yep.
His wrinkles aren't really setting in, and, like, skin looks real good still.
I mean, when you applied as much beautification stuff over time as he probably did.
Let's bring back the old man. I want to see some old-looking fuckers in a movie again.
I want them to have that bitter attitude.
Seems like the only way you can actually show an old person in a movie is that they literally have to look like death.
Right.
If they need to look.
So there's no question. They are old.
Can we all take a moment to appreciate the greatest man to ever walk the earth?
Mm.
Macho Man. Drop the yellow, dig it. Wow. There's an airplane and I'm not on it.
Oh, the height of the drugs.
Just the greatest man in the history of the planet. Bone sauce ready.
And I'm not on it.
Another amazing side character for the whole series. Bruce Campbell. That would be the main character of Evil Dead. Not that character, but that actor.
Gotcha.
He's in all three of these movies as well.
Oh.
But he's always a different character. So you'll see him in the next two playing someone else.
Huh. That I did not know.
Also digging his Super 2000 sunglasses.
Right. Going for big, but also narrow.
Hey, I know that lady too. She got fucking murdered in Halloween 2. She has the most blood-curdling scream I've ever heard in my life.
She's
I'll show
probably
you.
got a good set of lungs.
Yeah. What's that supposed to mean, Thomas?
She got a big chest. To store that big set of lungs.
Okay. I also like how this was back when they would still portray wrestling as actually being real in a movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, this man's just actually murdering people in this town. And the cops are fine because they signed non-safety agreement shit or whatever that was.
Disclosure or something.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man. He had some veiny everything.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like his glasses need to be red and he could be Cyclops. The lenses need to be red and he could have Cyclops' glasses.
You said my name wrong. That's not my name.
Not gonna lie, it's a pretty legit spray paint job, though.
Right? That's what I was just thinking. I was like, man, he got some solid lines.
No bleeds. Like, those women aren't even attractive. Even if they weren't angry. My leg!
Yeah, she's definitely a nurse.
Leg. Bleached hair.
Oh, yeah. Bring it back. Let's do this. He's so excited for the cage. And I don't want to keep belaboring on the point of how much I love this man, but what if it was a Nick Cage match? The sides come down and it's just 4 Nick Cages holding hands.
Oh my god. Oh god, yes.
God, voice of an angel too. For 3 minutes.
The jazz fingers.
He was an excited man. It's also fucking hardcore how their cage is just rebar.
He's got the point down in it. God.
Oh yeah, as someone who has watched an awful lot of Macho Man, he just pretty much is playing himself right now.
That's what I'm saying. Like
all of his mannerisms
that was
are
the
those
best
him.
hire you could have for a wrestler in a movie. And
Oh!
we need to cast a wrestler. Who would we get? Frickin' Macho Man.
Imagine how much better it is that it's Macho Man compared to what it could have been. Like
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, they hired a legit wrestler to play a wrestler.
because the other option at the time was probably The Rock, and that would have been cool at the time, but not near as awesome as this.
Right.
Like, that man looks like a comic book character,
Exactly. He dressed like one, too.
right?
Did WWE ever dabble into comics?
Yes, they did.
Really?
So the Ultimate Warrior had one, right?
Why does it not surprise me?
But more importantly, you just kicked in like a real vivid memory I have of The Undertaker for some reason having a comic of like his origins or something.
That'd be dope.
Yeah. I might be mixing that up with the Ultimate Warriors one though, because that probably showed his origins too. But they have 100% made comics.
God. What haven't they touched? They've made music. They've made movies.
Yep.
Comics.
Yep.
I'm assuming there's other forms of literature.
Oh, tons of books. They have a bunch of actually like best-selling wrestler books and stuff.
I mean, they're everything. They have TV shows.
Yep. They've owned a restaurant.
Are
There
they
was a
bigger than Disney
WWE
yet?
restaurant.
Probably not, no. I mean, they dabble
had
in everything
cars.
Disney's has dabbled into.
They've done animation already.
So yeah, but how are they not bigger than Disney? Fan base? I guess fans versus kids, now I think about it.
Also, quality of work. Disney versus WWE.
They're really putting them too high on a pedestal.
Yeah. Like, love WWE as much as the next guy, but man, they're fucking not that great. Look at the hallway color. Every time he does something, almost every time he does something wrong, there's green around him. Except for, I can't understand the Mary Jane situation with the garage. Like, why was the garage green?
You would grab me one too.
Which one?
Surprise me.
Do you need a bottle opener for yours?
I do.
I don't have one of those. I have twist offs.
I got this. Maybe.
This is so fucking sad. Like, I'm not sure who this actor is, but he fucking
Pulled it off.
I would say for the maybe 5 total minutes of screen time he has, I was so distraught. I was like, Uncle Ben, no.
Later.
And if there's one thing people cannot say about Tobey Maguire is that he cannot cry. Like they can diss and question his acting skills on everything else, but that man can fucking cry. Look at that. He doesn't look good when he does it. He's an ugly crier, but he can cry. It's not funny. It's so sad. Look how red his eyes are.
They're getting angry. He's not going to give him, information on, hey, this is my uncle.
Would have been something he probably should have shared with him. Right. Well, he did. He was like, hey, that's my uncle.
I guess.
But afterwards, he pressured him like, oh yeah, his name's
stick around
Ben
and get
Parker.
This all set up. Here's his emergency contact.
You'll be asking for Mary Jane Parker. Or wait, not Mary Jane. Aunt May. What's her first name? May.
I mean, he's running away from the scene of the crime. I mean, the cops didn't see who killed him. They see the guy who's running away.
It's kind of suspicious.
He's the one that murdered him.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way they're chasing him, though.
Yeah, no,
look at that.
Not at all.
I like how it still looks, like, dirty.
Yeah.
I don't know why, like, something happened when everything switched over to digital. For some reason, we've got more resolution.
Less noise.
It's like, you think it would almost make it look filthier because you can see more information on it, but everything looks so pristine and cleaned up now.
Practice. Like, his webs must move at, like, Mach speed sounds and to attach real quick in order for them just,
Oh, yeah? I see what you're saying. So
every time
he like, flips, it should be a, like, shotgun.
A little bit of a drop. That would just kill the stealth,
It would. It'd be. That's one thing I was thinking when I was watching the Homecoming trailer, and it's something that a lot of people online have been talking about too. Is that bomb he sets off when the guy's running through the so he's fighting those people on the looks like a ferry of some sort.
Yeah.
And he throws that bomb and explodes the car and smashes the guy into the wall.
Mm.
The speed at which that guy gets thrown against the wall, he's dead, right? Like that.
Easily.
That's one thing that's always kind of been questionable about superheroes in general is their bodies are magically or scientifically altered, but it seems like everyone else in that world can take like massive G-forces. Superman catches someone falling from a skyscraper and he just comes at a 90-degree angle and doesn't snap their spine.
Right.
Just rip their body in half.
Yeah, that's one thing that I noticed when I watched like Shoddy Cast. He talks about stuff like that. Like at the speed this was going, it would cause like nuclear explosion sounds. It'd break the sound barrier that large.
And having shotguns now, it would be deafening to fucking Spider-Man. He'd have to always have earplugs on, or else he's gonna like 3 of those thwips and he's gone. Like his hearing's forever damaged.
But he's got heightened senses, so it's even amplified.
He's not Daredevil now.
See, smashing someone's head through glass like that would leave terrible lacerations. He seems alright.
Probably the most unnecessary flashback.
Right.
Like, we just saw it. Maybe 10 minutes ago.
Well, he was in panic when he saw his uncle. He forgot, and then he had to see the face to remember.
Oh, yeah. I made a shitty decision about a half an hour ago. And this was the guy. Like, I feel like... Although... Maybe the movie just doesn't do the best job of explaining this, but... He did have Uncle Ben drop him off a couple blocks away. So he might not have put 2 and 2 together of the same guy that stole the money also shot Uncle Ben because of just how shitty New York in general is. He's like, Mostly in his head is like, those are two completely unrelated events. Really makes you want to go there.
My friend Ben lives there, but I don't know how he's doing there. He just said it's super expensive.
Mm-hmm. I used to have that action figure. There was a Spider-Man that came with that gargoyle.
Spider-Man was a lot taller, though, wasn't he?
No.
Oh.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's what you're saying. The
gargoyle wasn't giant.
No. It was large enough to actually pull him up, though. I remember that. Aunt May was really good in this, too. Seemed like an actual ant.
She looks like the actual ant from the comics, though, too.
Kinda.
She's got the white hair and bun.
She needs a bit longer of a face, and that's about it.
Mm-hmm. Longer face and nose.
Yep. Now, does the army actually wear those suits?
I was about to mention about that. I'm pretty sure doing stuff like this, probably not. But unless it's like super duper official, maybe.
I'm wondering if that's just yet another reason to get green in there.
I'm gonna wear my dress greens. Looks like something out of the space movie. It's vague. It's in the No, I think it's in the Lost Planet. No,
Lost in Space.
Yes.
The space movie. It looks like something out of the space movie. You know the one.
I'm talking about the one with the robot that looks like he's from Star Wars. Green.
Lots of green in this movie.
The pure people wear blue. Mary Jane was wearing blue earlier, now she's wearing blue now.
It makes a lot of sense, too, not just with Green Goblin, obviously green, but like a lot of Peter's problems in this movie are envy related.
Makes sense.
He's envious of Flash and his car, so he wants to make money. Goes into wrestling, gets Uncle Ben killed. Fucking James Franco over there is now envious of Peter because his dad actually likes him.
We'll find him on a good evening.
God, Toby looks like he's trying to like cry right now too.
Right?
Like he's just always ready. He's just after every take goes over to Sam Raimi. He's like, "How did you think about that one?" Sam's like, "That was actually good." It's like, "Hey, can we try one more where I cry?"
I need to let this out.
It makes
Could
sense
you
that
look
he
any
would
more
be sad, you
disinterested?
know. 'Cause he just talked to Aunt May about Uncle Ben, but it's like it's the derpy look on his face that makes it so funny. So Norman's got resting psycho face, right? And Peter's just got kind of resting dope face. He just
About to
kinda looks
cry
like-
face.
Well, see the top half about to cry. Bottom half just looks like he's doing one of those real stupid smiles.
Mm-hmm. The Ninja Turtle mouth.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There it is. I shouldn't be laughing at this.
What is this? Is this scene number 2 or 3? How long is it in between the cry scenes? That's something I'm gonna make sure we keep track of here. Which movie has the most Peter Parker crying scenes? Do you think it's gonna be 1, 2, or 3?
Kirk, it shows that he's human. He has a heart. That's his defense mechanism, so he's not an alien.
It's his defense mechanism. When he's sad, he cries.
Tell me you're not an alien.
Sadder man.
Sadder man.
We only mock him because we don't have feelings.
True. We are thick with cynicism.
It's another thing I feel like this movie does so much better than a lot of superhero movies. So we're sitting here making fun of him crying, but it's also like how often do you see a superhero actually not winning or being happy about something in movies? The only other option is they're just like, oh shit, now I have to do something. It's never like, oh shit, my decisions are not good.
Oh. Regret.
Right? Actual emotions other than just
That
anger.
well moment.
Right? Always busting it back out.
He had the perfect size box to store a couple t-shirts in.
I also like that he's a high schooler, so he's hiding everything from Aunt May, so she doesn't come in and find out.
Don't look at my naughty things, Aunt May.
She just comes in there. Peter, what's this under your bed? Porn! It's porn.
Right.
My naughty magazines. I'm bad. Ground me, please. Uh-oh. Robbing montage.
So where's that guy going to store a shotgun while he's running out of the store?
More green. Who's the bad guy in this movie again? The blue goblin, the yellow
fuchsia
one.
goblin.
Fuchsia. Talk about a color. I'm trying to decide if that's obviously part of it is the theme, right? But now that I'm thinking about the time when this movie came out, The Matrix also was kind of around that time, and it's like, hey, let's tint things green. So I wonder if they're still in that like afterwave of every movie has to be kind of tinted green or have green in it.
Don't think so. Is this Stanley's cameo during this shot, or is it the one where there's bricks falling down in the parade that he comes in?
I think it's that one.
Okay.
But that was Jim Norton there. Comedian Jim Norton, if you remember him.
No. But
that's why I'm so happy we don't have buskers as much in Iowa. I would get so irritated if I walked past that guy in real life.
yeah.
Oh, what? Yeah, there he is. Look at that man.
Just like the way he...
I don't think there's ever been a comic book character more perfectly brought to life than that.
Right.
Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark is real close, but nothing will ever beat that. And just like that, he is on board. J.K. Simmons, that's his name.
That lady's jacket is weird.
Her haircut's kind of odd, too. What's he watching?
I was actually staring at that.
He's just got weird...
I think it's geese covered in oil or
That's
something.
what I was seeing, yeah.
It's news, man.
I guess, yeah, it makes sense, I suppose. Do you suppose there was a weird, like, turning period in history where the newspaper was just watching CNN to get their articles for the next day?
Before it was fully like cheating.
Right?
Buzz off. I said fuck off!
Maces him. Let's just have a conversation in the middle of the street.
Right.
Again, New York's just that shitty that people don't even notice. Some asshole standing in the street again.
Apparently, I forget to get all the garbage too. The back of that restaurant is covered in garbage bags.
Busted.
How could he have seen her eyes from that far?
Enrique's got just hawk eyes there, you know. I imagine somebody has to have gifted that where she's got nothing on underneath there. She just opens it up. Even better, she opens it up and it's just Tobey Maguire's face looking back at him. Maybe two of them.
Like zoomed in.
Crying.
I think it's YouTube poop or something I was watching that did a crazy like put together of this. Where he keeps saying it's pizza time.
I was maybe talking some shit about her earlier in reference to Emma Stone obviously being better, but she's still not bad in this. Like, I don't know what it is about her that even myself, when I think of Kirsten Dunst, I think not that great. But when I watch this or Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, it's like she can't act.
Right.
Not to forget her tour de force. That was Jumanji.
She was young in that, wasn't she?
Oh yeah,
Hella young.
she was supposed to be the older sister who was still like what, maybe 14, 15?
Yeah.
Have you seen anything about the new Jumanji?
Creature? What? Oh wait, there's gonna be another Jumanji?
It's like a reimagining. It's gonna be so.
I think I may
The Rock's in
vaguely
it,
heard
first of all.
Oh, maybe I haven't then.
And Jack Black.
Huh.
And from what I understand, there was a bunch of controversy going on because The Rock looks like he would be in the jungle, Jack Black looks like he'd be in the jungle, and then the lady in it is wearing like a shirt that cuts off right at the upper abdomen, and then she has like low hang pants and stuff.
Of course.
They might even be shorts. I think it's either a skirt or short shorts. And there was a big thing about how like everyone else gets dressed like they'd be there, but she has to be in something super skimpy. But now that's turned into a theory where they think instead of a board game, it's a video game, and they're playing characters in a video game. Which would kind of be a cool twist on Jumanji.
Right.
Like they got sucked into it.
Huh.
He's lucky that he's rooming with Harry, who's obviously rich. Otherwise, there's no way they're affording this. What this movie considers shitty apartment.
Right.
And things like probably $10,000 a month. Come on.
Easily.
Were you telling us that your buddy in New York was giving you the pricings on everything? And
His apartment was $1,700 a month. His room fits his bed, and that's about it. Maybe a little bit more. And he rooms, I believe, with one or two other people.
no wonder.
His room
So
is
many-
about the size of the utility like elevator to put all the stuff up there.
Jesus.
Right.
And there's just like a million people living like
And
that.
he got rid of like his lease because he had a car that he was leasing, and I don't know what he did with it, but he makes it, I guess, somehow.
Every time he comes on the screen, I can't help but stop and stare and listen to him. He's so good. Goody.
He's the best.
That guy's pretty good as Robbie too.
What?
So that guy, the black guy there, his name's Robbie.
Uh-huh.
He's basically Jonah's right-hand man in the comics. And he's always the one that's like sticking up for Peter and helping Peter out. He doesn't get a whole lot in this movie, but the few times he's in there, he really gives off the same sense that I got reading the comics.
Hmm.
Same spirit of that character.
ING Bank. Alright.
That evil-looking boardroom.
Yep. Gray, tall, long table. Chairs that are like stupid high.
Black glass. And no windows.
Right. What?
Huh?
That's an
What?
That's an ASMR moment right there. What? And they drink tea here. How fancy.
I'm a real big fan of this guy's mustache.
You know Willem Dafoe's lip, if the shadow almost looks like its own little mustache. And then he stands up, goes away.
Yeah, I saw it.
the
That
whole
was
time
weird.
once.
Tiny little pencil mustache.
Right? And that's when they give up their shares.
Yeah, they just clicked their pen and he went so crazy there too.
And now he's trying to come down.
and sips his tea. How do you even get
I don't know why he wipes his lip. Was he drooling there for a second?
I suppose. See, that face is where everyone should have been like, hey, that's weird. Why are you smiling? We just fired you.
Right?
And Macy Gray, brought to you by the year 2002.
That guy in the background, the disgusting face.
I was more distracted by the guy with the real tight long hat, the oversized jacket, and the chain. He was looking fresh.
It's the best thing about some movies is just the background folk.
Yep.
Trying to be actors. Be normal.
Do they ever say what gathering this is?
It's the Macy's Day Parade, I think.
Why are they all wearing like really different cultural like garments? Like
Maybe
people
it's that
behind
bit.
him down on the bottom are wearing like some
yeah.
like German ones. And
Maybe it
some-
says in their flags.
Is it like some super awesome culture festival that is going
Probably.
on?
Look at all the same glasses there. Red, silver. Oh, nope. There's a guy with the weird glasses.
It's so nice of Professor X to stop by.
Right? Is this Xavier's here?
Singular.
Cup noodles.
I don't know that anyone would actually notice this in real life.
Right? Unless it's like stupid loud.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like it in this though.
Not
as loud as it
Sounds
should
like
be.
a jet engine. Look at all that advertising.
I find it kind of ironic that Sony is advertising Samsung there.
Right?
This would have been a Sony film. Or actually, no. It showed the Universal logo, or not Universal, Paramount logo at the beginning, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
That's before Sony had the... there it is.
Yep.
There's Dan.
Whatever happens to all the extra webbing, you know? People just kind of save it up and sell it on eBay. Spider-Man's webbing.
So, in the animated series, there's an episode where there's this reoccurring kid, and the kid is depressed about something. And so Spider-Man ends up going there and talking with that kid and making him or her like a web hammock. And the kid's all excited. He's like, oh, this is so cool. We have a hammock. And he's like, well, actually, like a real spider, my web biodegrades in about an hour or two. And as a kid, I grew up like, huh. But now that I think about it, it makes no fucking sense. Because spiders' cobwebs are always hanging around if you don't clean them up, right?
The longest time.
But they do address that it lasts about an hour.
Huh.
At least in the animated series.
I didn't know that.
It's the Green Ranger.
Oh, look at the purple highlights in the back cone of his head to make it look like he's wearing the purple hat that Green Goblin's supposed to wear.
I feel like that's something that a lot of people don't ever pick up on too.
The purple.
Yeah.
What's that called? Pearlescent paint?
Yep. That's a weird fucking blimp too, I always thought.
Thought it was a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Because you know Burger King's bags now have like just the colors to form the Whopper.
This is also Spider-Man playing a video game. and then getting sexually assaulted into some glass.
It's okay though. He's got a protective suit. That's his defense mechanism.
Another thing this movie probably could have improved on was how fast the Green Goblin punches. Spider-Man's reactions, obviously, his spider sense makes it so that he could probably be able to dodge all those.
Right.
But he's over here just throwing like normal 35-year-old Willem Dafoe punches and hitting him.
Dafoe punches.
God, I think
Where did his web go? When he shot up in the air, where did it go? I feel like
Overhanger?
at some point somebody was trying to tell me that the speed at which it's going up, he'd still have enough to swing on, and I'm like, no, I call bullshit. Because it always looks like he just shoots it up in the air, where there's no buildings, and just happens to swing on that.
Well, it could just be the angle of the camera too, though. Because in the game, it'll just attach to whatever building you're at, but then obviously it pulls you towards that building.
My name is Jeff.
There's just something spectacularly dorky about how he says that too.
Right. That's gonna hurt ripping out of his hair.
You know, again, for all the detractors and shit that a lot of the other main people in this movie got, I feel like, why doesn't anyone ever talk about how bad James Franco is?
Because he's his best friend.
But I've seen him in movies where he's like super entertaining and real charismatic, and this he's just boring as fuck.
It's early in his career.
I guess. Even in Freaks and Geeks he had some stuff that was pretty good.
I mean, when you're handed turd script, there's only so much polish you can put on, but it's still a turd.
Script is not a turd. He's got decent material to work with. I feel like he should have hung around Willem Dafoe a bit more and was like, hey, show me some of
Right.
that crazy stuff you do. Because then, see the father-son dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
At least by the third one. The third one, they should just let him go fucking ham. Be like, do whatever you literally want to do.
Good brownie.
Oh, yeah.
You'll have to excuse the incessant squeaking.
So we got Maker's Mark.
Need some walkers. That's super uneven squares. The masks are speaking to me.
I always thought this was a super cool shot, too.
Oh. I was one guy that did those. It's a lot of post-production stuff, isn't it?
I don't quote me on this, but I feel like I've seen them like shooting this from another angle, and it literally is just him going back and forth into an actual mirror. And if that isn't the case, he is a psychopath. I mean, because they have single shots here where he's going from one to the other.
Yeah.
Like, that face is just too good. Too good. Bingo.
They mirror the shot.
The lighting on it really helps just pull that crazy out of his face, too.
to get real annoying here.
This is really happening right now?
For like 5 seconds.
Really? Really? I want to know what he's doing with that scope there. Like, what is he possibly watching all day?
You get bored in the general office, you know.
He's got 2 TVs.
Showing the same channel.
Just as barber, for some reason. What the hey?
The awkward pose he has there.
Probably the best bit of characterization too is he's a real piece of shit, but he will actually protect people. He does have some bravery in him.
Doesn't want to lose his business. What a shame.
I don't want to tell him how to do his job, but he probably should have pulled his mask off just to see, you know.
Right.
Although I guess Facebook didn't exist yet. You can't just take a picture and go search it.
Flip phones were a thing.
Do you suppose he patted down looking for some pockets like, dang it, no wallet?
The real question is, why did he have to lift his eyepieces to talk here?
Gotta let the actor act, you know.
I guess.
I do appreciate that about new movies, though. They're not taking their mask off every 2 seconds.
Hmm.
That 1%, man.
He says he's exceptional, but he doesn't really have a power, does he?
Yeah, it is.
What's his power?
He's got everything they were working on with Super Soldier Serum. They worked on it,
So
but
he's
it
just
drove him
basically
crazy.
super strong.
Yeah.
But he's just crazy super strong.
He's got faster reflexes.
But how does that make him, like, not just an Olympic athlete?
Well, it's beyond that level.
I suppose. It just seems like he draws his power from his suit and stuff.
Well, the suit's a flight suit, so it's going to protect him. But, I mean, the serum did all the power for him.
Hmm.
And then, obviously, he matches out with his gadgets like the pumpkin bomb and stuff.
Why Spider-Man didn't need anything. He just became what he was. He just wears a costume.
Which I would also like to address how he went from that admittedly good spray paint job to having an actual, like, full-on spandex suit. Just he made that himself somehow.
He got some connections.
It's a pretty extreme jump.
Randy Savage told him where to go. Where do you think Randy Savage gets all his awesome uniforms?
Really inspired him. Rude.
Which is what I kind of like. I think they're doing in Homecoming, where they're like, his costume he didn't make it. Stark made it.
Right. Correct. That's why it takes it from.
Mm-hmm.
I also kind of found it super hypocritical when he's like, if you're nothing without the suit, you don't deserve it. And it's just like, man, you literally are Iron Man. Without that suit, you're nothing.
Right.
You're just a billionaire playboy philanthropist. That's it. Smooth. Looks like he's about to cry again, though.
Crybaby eyes. You know,
Thunder.
back when the thunder and lightning happened at the same time.
You know what that means.
Rain?
And you know what that means.
Crying? Batman's parents dying?
Super famous scene time. I do really like Danny Elfman's score on this. It's super
Very
noticeable that it's him, but
Very
I'm a fan.
recognizable.
Look at her go. And it's over. He pulled out a tiny switchblade.
She's cold.
Yeah, probably. Also, it just started raining, and look at the huge amount of water that's already there. Looks good, though.
Oh, yeah.
This is, again, some of that camp. I like how he does like a dancer move away too. Doesn't just turn and run. He's like, and pizzazz.
How does he have such a seamless line between his face mask and the...
Velcro. I mean, it's a real suit.
There's a hint that he's an amazing Spider-Man.
Some good old fan service.
He has to poop. She's not very good at listening. Wait, nope.
It's a real problem in their relationship. He's like, I'm Spider-Man. And she's like, who do you think Spider-Man is?
He's got them veins bulging from the neck.
He's been hanging upside down for a while.
But he's got spider powers, or his blood probably doesn't have that problem. Can we talk about how it would have been impossible for him to breathe? That mask is rolled up on his nostrils, and then she's just like... So he has to breathe out of his mouth during that whole kiss.
I always thought that slow motion was kind of weird there, too. For some reason, just when she looks up, it's like, let me slow down a couple frames. And as someone who's made bad edits before, I like to think when it was in there, it was just like, shit, we need like these 4 more frames. Let's just stretch it out. No one will notice.
Right. Did he just say the roof will fucking collapse?
Definitely not.
Sure sounded like it.
Okay, I heard that. Some real fire, too. She's just like, this is my big break.
Right.
I'm giving it all.
All of it. And boop. The baby's clean. There's no scorch marks.
Right. She just pulls back the towel to football. Like, what?
Do you not know what a baby is, man? I mean, if I had assigned football, it'd be my baby, too.
She's screwing bloody murder. She's probably okay.
At least he's honest. Break through another window.
Well, I can't just go back to the one he already broke. It's not
Also,
cool.
yeah, the shrieks. Who made those shrieks? Like, is he really making those shrieks himself? He's sounding like a woman.
I wouldn't be surprised. Willem Dafoe can do anything. Gotcha. And he's got some audio recordings in there.
I guess. Doesn't he play like a cross-dresser in one of the Boondock Saints movies?
I don't think he's a cross-dresser. He's just gay.
I thought he dressed up like a woman in one of them. Like
I don't remember
undercover.
Oh, he put on lipstick at the end. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. When he
That
went to
part.
the house. Yeah, I remember now. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie. I don't think it's as good as everyone talks about it being. Like it's okay, but it's like that one movie where I was like, dude, you seen the Boondock Saints?
Right.
It's like, yeah, I have. It was okay.
Things sound like a straight up chainsaw. Wow. The hands up pose. No.
A couple people have actually said no to him so far. That's a normal face.
Right?
That's just Willem Dafoe chilling. Green plates. It's also weird that he calls her Aunt May.
Right.
Like
That's
people
just
just
who
think,
she's known by.
people just think that's her whole name is just
Right.
Aunt May. That's
What's
her
her
first
real
name,
name?
Aunt May.
Aunt May. Alright.
She rolls up to the bank, signs her checks, Aunt May.
That's what she said.
I,
Where's Peter?
oh, okay. All right.
Too late on the gun.
It's just that was awful. Those are highly unsafe steps.
Right.
Oh no! What is he gonna do?
So quickly he was just.
I've always been a fan of the trope of people don't just look up.
Right.
Like every room I've ever walked into, you can pretty much see the ceiling.
Trying to defend.
He probably doesn't need to use both hands either.
That's a thick ass blood drop. Straight up ketchup
And he's
for a specific drop.
part of me wants like the next 10 minutes of this movie just him hiding in different places,
Right.
trying to avoid Norman. See all the different places he can get crawled into.
So is super speed like a thing too? Like how could he have gotten dressed and out the door so quickly?
So
The transition of them walking from his room to there.
that's what you call movie magic. How dare you?
Instead of fingering my sweet
I'm
potato
not sure what he's
casserole.
Yeah. Some food. Again, a weird thing. Very,
You're bleeding.
very ominous thing to do. Like, yes, let me sharpen this knife and stare at you.
And May's probably like, I've did that already. What are you doing?
Norman.
Stop.
Norman, are you crazy? What? Me no.
He gets off at the sight of cuts. So he's getting nervous. It's not appropriate table conversation. That's the blood rushing from his head to his penis. And now he has to leave. Take care of a situation. I figured it out.
Gotta go touch himself. Is that what you're saying? I want to know what the sticker on the fridge says. Like, I feel like it just says college to remind us that they're in college. Because once they go to college, you never, ever see them back in school. Second one, I take it back. You do see them there, but the rest of this movie, I swear, they're never in school. Oof. Dick. Now he's all blue.
But Peter's wearing green.
I know, right?
Yeah.
The goblin's starting to overtake some of his life. That's all he could think. I do like parts of that mask, but something about the yellow lenses just and being able to see his mouth is kind of weird.
Yeah. I feel like they should have just made that straight up black.
Mm-hmm. It's got a little pumpkin.
Yeah.
It looks like back there.
It's like a Gollum moment.
Oh, I tried to slash his arm.
Crap, I got it off.
What was I thinking?
It's an intense prayer.
Yeah, and she's dead for sure.
Right? Shockwaves. Concussed.
So dramatic.
Somebody shut that lady up.
You know what we're about due for? A Peter crying scene.
Very true.
He wants to. He wants to so bad.
Oh no. There you go.
Also, the superhero name drops I do here always was kind of weird to me. I was like,
yeah.
it's like, why are you saying that? You guys don't own that guy.
What a nerd.
He has to wear glasses. Just let it go, Pete. Toby teardrops on the scene again.
DJ Toby Teardrops.
Peter Piss Eyes.
Oh my god.
Now she's all greened out. So much green. I just can't get over it.
True. It almost seems like this scene looks like something out of Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, like it's almost
The
too much
way
color.
colored everything. Too late. Stalker.
Right? What? Yeah,
How
no,
does he know?
no, nah.
BFFs. We went to college.
She hasn't put together the.
Because he's not even in college yet.
He's realizing he's talked himself into a weird corner.
Right?
Uh-oh. Here he goes. He wants to cry again.
Spider-Man? Don't move your head. looks like she's got a fart. She's trying to hold it in and listen at the same time.
You just hear a squeaker. Just took all the drama out that scene.
Right.
Yeah,
she's
until we
realizing she
teardrop
probably
and
can't hold it in.
Crybaby over here, and you pull me right back out of it. They had me back in.
She's got that green eyeshadow too.
Colors in the movie are so good.
What's she smiling about?
Being a fucking creepy ass old lady. Very inopportune time.
Right. Excuse me, my turtleneck. I come to say hello.
Don't mind me, my evil turtleneck. I'm a good person.
Upgrade turtleneck.
Turtleneck and the trench coat is fucking an amazing look.
Greatest combo ever. You're screaming. You're giving me a spook.
Laughing like a crazy man up there.
So you should question that.
Yeah,
Like, is
they're
there
both
another
wearing
man
black.
up there you're laughing at?
They're getting on the same page here. They're both wearing black. And I was still a piece of shit and went and tried to date her. He kind of seems like the guy that fucks his friend's girlfriend and then gets mad
Right.
at him for having liked her. It's like, yeah, why are you so mad that I fucked her? It's like, she was my girlfriend?
Right.
Yeah, so why are you pissed at me and like, why are you guys hanging out? 'Cause she's my girlfriend and you fucked her?
Right.
Like,
He's that guy.
he just doesn't quite understand things.
Gets it, but he
sometimes.
doesn't really at all.
Right?
Well, that seems about as cheesy as it gets.
I told you, there's some campy stuff. I can't stress it.
Ah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that was some studio stuff. They're like, hey, we need to throw in like a snappy, cool transition. Here.
How is he gonna wake up? It needs to be scary. What do we got?
Rah.
Rah.
And then what if we like ghost him a little bit? So it's like he's like rah rah.
We don't want to pay too much for this scene. It's only gonna be a couple seconds.
I wish she was my grandma. I like my grandma. Love my grandma. But I wish she was my grandma.
Was this the friendly grandma?
Yeah.
Gotcha. She's got a lot of flyaways going on there, you know? That bedhead.
Well, she lived such a life that she ain't got time to worry about it.
She ain't got time for that.
She might be in my top 5, like,
Old people actors
right?
who are playing the parts that they are cast for.
Like Dumbledore. That guy's up there for
He's
sure.
just perfect to be a wizard.
Right? She's perfect to be Aunt May.
Right? Couldn't be anything else. Restaurant owner? Nah.
She just seems so nice, but she's also so old.
Right? Those are rare, let me tell you what. Nice old people.
Right? Right.
They're always very grumpy.
You have a
the
penchant for
generic
doing that for
things
some
of
reason.
advice. How close to the phone you to be? Where is she?
I feel like this is a trope that gets used a little too much.
Waking up in a mysterious area?
No, the steal a superhero's girlfriend.
Oh. Yeah.
But
You
when you
have to
think about
attack
it,
his
it is-
heart.
Yeah. It is kind of fucked up, though. They're like, yeah, I'm just going to murder this lady if you don't show up. But then when you start thinking about it more, is it? Because what happens if you just don't show up? You think he just keeps waiting, like, hold on, I'll kill you in a second, I swear.
I'll kill your other old lady who's close to you.
Do you think you could call their bluff and just not have them murder him?
Right.
Turns out that's the best way to actually defeat a supervillain is stop caring about him.
Is it not apparent what he's
Yeah,
done?
he's exploded stuff.
He's doing damage.
Oh no, the dilemma.
Slingshot, huh? Debatable.
Just completely overshoots it.
Right. Or undershoots it. I suppose he couldn't undershoot it. He's got webs. They'll correct it.
Yeah, definitely got super strength, that guy.
Nah. He's not just holding a whole cable car on one side and a girl on the other.
The real question here is with the way his feet are spread, it doesn't look like he's putting a whole lot of pressure against either one.
Right.
So I like to think Mary Jane's just that heavy.
He must have it on a huge pulley system so it's not as heavy because honestly, even if you could hold it, what's stopping his body from...
That's what I'm saying. Like Mary
Yeah.
Jane has to be super heavy according
Right.
to this. She's completely stopping him from sliding, pulling him down a little bit.
We are who we say we are. A superstar.
I'm gonna be honest. Fuck those kids on that bus. Or I shouldn't say bus. It's a, I don't even know if you, what would you call that?
There's a word for a gondola.
Yes. Fuck the kids on that gondola. From Roosevelt.
Turns out he grabs the wrong cable.
It just keeps sliding down. He gets the wrong end.
Yeah, the 50-50 shot.
Sets it on the barge and sinks the whole barge. Apparently it was heavy.
Just kidding. It's too much. It's too much.
Take it back.
And so now he has to save the girl and the boat with the kids in the gondola.
And the barge. Yep. Or the boat, yeah. That'd be right.
I'm spite. I mean...
Uh-oh. Well, I need you to. Okay.
Right. You are literally the life or death strand here.
Dude, her hands would be shredded.
Terribly so. The tail of that thing just keeps getting longer and shorter. Whoop.
Big fan of that sound.
Right.
And
Or Mary J screaming.
Both, actually. Few things I love in this world as a damsel in distress. Damsel in distress. There it is. See, it's red there, so I don't know if that's supposed to be someone's blood on it, or if that's just the light reflecting, or what.
Maybe his shreds of his costume. I don't know.
Hey, you mess with Spider-Man. You mess with us. You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us, eh? I just feel like New York wouldn't be that friendly right now.
Right.
Like this, like directly after 9/11, they're all like, "Yeah."
Patriotic, and then it's like, oh.
2017 is back to be like, "Hey, fuck you, buddy.
Right.
Let's get the fuck out of here." Actually, you know what? Hey, he's trying to say that thing of kids. Let's fucking film it.
Let's get a picture of it. Post it on Instagram. Get lots of likes.
Oof.
Again, lacerations, man.
He gets them.
No, he doesn't get them. He gets a lot of shreds from this.
He already had the face cut out before that goes off.
Hmm.
It's one thing I always remembered as a kid was Spider-Man always showed damage.
Mm-hmm. Spandex isn't much for armor.
Nope. You gotta know the action figure companies loved it. They're like, "Hey, that's another variant we can put out."
Right.
I had a battle damaged Spider-Man for sure.
Oh, shit. I wasn't sure if that was as high pitched as I thought it was.
No, it was up there. That was pretty high in register.
How disappointing. It sounded like he smashed a bunch of glass.
He's even got the Green Ranger's kick.
Right?
Nope.
He's got another hand.
It's weird that he knows who he is, but he continues to call him Spider-Man instead of Peter.
It's a code, a costume code. If you're in costume, you have to try and use the costume name as much as you can, unless you 100% can confirm.
Oof. Not today. I almost feel like they could have just put like a long purple stocking cap on.
Right.
And he would have been fine with his regular face.
Right. Most likely. So what really just happened there? Bricks just crumble around him?
Mm-hmm. That's how it works. I don't know if you know that.
You just flatten him?
Yeah, that mortar's not there for any reason. Those were just stacked bricks that all fell at once. Jenga.
Ding! Like the bell, the fight bell. Little added bits.
There he goes.
He's adapting.
It's his defense mechanism.
It wasn't me. It was one of me.
Look at that face.
He's got a hell of a, like, I don't want to say register, but array of faces, I guess.
Very,
Like a stealth mode.
very rubber, you know? Just manipulates the hell out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you noticed, but he's wearing green. He's all decked out. He must be sending us some sort of a message. I wonder if he has anything to do with the Green Goblin.
Maybe. Right, I remember seeing this shot over and over and over on that film analysis.
That's as well. Well,
Oh. What a twist. Peter, Pumpkin Eater.
and dead. Good luck explaining that.
If he told him.
You know, it was a real bad move. That.
Oh yeah.
Should just been like, look, man, you were kind of an asshole. I'm gonna not keep your little request here. I'm just gonna tell Harry. And he would solve so many of his own problems.
Right.
It's just another lie that he told another father figure and caused him more problems.
Another web of lives that he has spun. It's almost like he's Spider-Man or something. Again, I still always have to remember that tidbit you gave me. It's darker than what the camera appears for that character.
It's a real crazy thing to say, Harry.
Right.
You're freaking me out, Harry.
I think you need to seek some help, man. Get a little heavy here.
Just
Sounds
whispers
like you
tenderly into his ear there. I'm Spider-Man.
Right. Sounds like you might hurt somebody. That would ruin the whole funeral right there. I'm Spider-Man.
Then he closes the comic book.
Right. You smell like flowers. Because that'd be something Peter would say.
He has been kind of a little socially inept this whole movie. It was me.
All along.
And my life in danger.
And with Harry, I really missed him.
It's a weird.
Just one more time.
They're like an awkward distance away from each other.
Right?
Like
Full
she's
arms,
yeah,
like reaching.
outstretched there.
She just keeps darting left and right. Now she's super close.
Come on, Pete. Give us a cry.
Now she's further away. Now she's super close.
This is really awkward because I'm a combination of sad and aroused.
Right. I have a sad boner going on.
Also, you were just dating my ex-best friend whose dad just killed himself and was a Green Goblin. Shit, I wasn't supposed to tell anybody.
I can't get it up. He's very lazy when he talks. Doesn't move his mouth very much.
That's what I was thinking.
Doesn't enunciate.
He's just holding back all those tears. And he can't move his mouth that much. That's a lot of face muscle usage there.
There may be some tears. That's what he has to give. And then she sneezes. Oh, that'd be great.
Just right in his face. Did you just sneeze in my face?
I could go.
He even walks awkwardly.
Oh, kind of sideways,
Yeah.
like bent. It's a little eye twitch. Oof, look at all that computer animation at work.
No,
So much money there.
nope, that's him swinging through New York for real.
100%.
IRL, right now.
So
You
who's
know-
the cameraman then? Who can swing around him that quickly?
Iron Man, obviously. I find it so weird that it was such a bummer of an ending, and then they make everyone feel happy by switching to showing him swing around a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, we
Let's
just
cheer people up with some swinging.
yeah. And that's the first Spider-Man done.
Oof. It's gonna be a trip.
It's every bit as good as I remembered it being. I don't think I remembered anything wrong.
I don't remember it being that funny.
It was
Honestly,
not funny.
a lot of. Well, no,
It's not funny at all. I was 100% serious.
funny.
And a cinematic masterpiece. And probably should have won all the Oscars.
For its time.
I don't know why they ever changed anything about it. It was the perfect movie, and every movie that now comes out should just be that movie.
For its time, it was pretty good.
I'm so high.
Oof.
I forgot about that, though. Remember everything I just said? I take it back. It was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. I forgot Nickelback was involved.
And their music video was all centered around Spider-Man too.
Yeah,
I
it
remember
was.
that.
No. Oh, that's a bummer. No.
Way for a musician to ruin such a grand old film.
I think I don't remember it as much because I didn't hate Nickelback at the time because they hadn't been doing the same thing for like 12 years at that point.
You hated Nickelback when it was cool to hate Nickelback?
Yeah. Was it ever really, though?
No.
So what was your favorite part?
It's just realizing how goofy of a character Tobey Maguire really is, though. And how much lackluster in the emotion he does not express. Other than sadness and confusion.
He's very solid-faced, that guy. I think I'd have to say when they're in that fight, and it's going to be a combination my favorite and my what of the movie. What? Is the fight at the end when he gets thrown on his back and you see that?
Yes. I was just... Oh wait, what?
That one of everything that happens in that movie was not burned into my memory, but it will be now. Just it was the manliest pain sound I've ever heard in any movie ever.
I mean, he's trying to sound like a high schooler in pain, I guess. For that one moment late in the film.
I almost wish Norman would have addressed it. Like, wait, was that you? No.
I mean, Norman was just screaming, though.
It's true. Still, like, that was...
They both have their kinky sides.
I guess. I wish, and I probably can, but I would like that to be my text alert now.
I'm sure it's available. Or you can make it yourself. A note. Apparently it's really easy to do.
Yeah, man. Good stuff. Now we get to... oh, wow. So Nickelback actually not the worst song on this not on this credit tier. Ugh.
Who is this?
I don't know, but it completely sidetracked whatever thought I was about to have. Ugh.
It's like a wannabe biscuit.
Yeah. Without all the...
Got that little new metal-y rap.
I gotta turn all that off. That's god awful. But coming up next should be Spider-Man 2.
Dose.
What do you remember about Spider-Man 2?
Well, I mean, after asking you, it was a Doc Ock scene, but something about a big giant warehouse on a lake, maybe. I remember Doc Ock looking not as menacing as anticipated, but then again, his cartoon model figure looks nerdy AF.
Yeah, he's got that bowl cut.
Yeah.
That sick bowl cut and the bright green and yellow.
I feel like for a name Doc Ock, like it should be more menacing, like not a man in a lab coat with some robot arms. It's not even 8, is it?
If you count his
he has
limbs.
4, I suppose, on 2 arms, 2 legs, but
That's good though. It sounds like you don't remember a whole lot.
No.
So hopefully it'll be around the same level of, man, I did not remember how amazing that movie is and how it should have won every award ever made.
hardly.
It was so good. I stand by it. He's still the best Spider-Man.
2002.
What a year.
12 years old.
It was Columbia. Ugh. Same difference.